Thanks to Brianna B for sharing how she used to wear her casual grungy clothes at home and her cute street clothes for town because she ruined so many clothes doing chores, house cleaning, and eating. But then she found some cute aprons. Now she wears her nice clothes anytime underneath them, feels good about herself, and her clothes are stain free. Brianna's comment reminded me that I sewed an apron years ago. I liked how it turned out so much that I ironed it and put it away in a kitchen drawer because I didn't want to get it dirty and ruin it. But that's the purpose of an apron, to get dirty so that your clothes stay clean. I've started using my apron and am proud to say it's been officially christened with its first stain. Now I'm feeling better about myself by wearing nicer clothes when I'm alone at home without the constant worry of ruining them. And I hope you all are continuing to use your precious things. Today I want to talk about gifts. For last week's Buried in Treasures workshop session, our homework was to go on 2 non-shopping trips. I had to go to 2 stores, walk around, look around, but not buy or acquire anything. The reasoning behind the exercise is that you can't avoid your acquiring triggers forever. You have to learn how to tolerate the urges to acquire because you will be faced with them at some point. First, I went to a nearby store that I've never been in, but I've always heard they carry great merchandise, and they sure do. What I noticed as I walked through the store was that my primary urges to acquire were for things I thought would make great gifts for other people. Like my mom's soy sauce dispenser is cute, but it drips big time after you pour. This store had the most beautiful, delicate ceramic soy sauce dispensers made in Japan that look like birds. And my mom is beautiful and delicate. The store owner even tested one with water for me to see if it dripped after pouring, and it didn't. My niece's birthday is coming up, and this store had dainty pendants for each year of the Chinese zodiac. Adorable! And I thought, what a unique gift that would make for my niece. Something else I realized during this non-shopping trip, I pretty much won't buy a gift for someone that I don't really like myself, and that could lead to me buying one for the recipient and one for me. I would like a unique ceramic bird soy sauce dispenser. I would like a pendant of my Chinese zodiac sign. The second store I went to was Daiso, which is kind of like the Japanese 99-cent store, only most things are $1.50. They've got lots of stuff that I'm drawn to, like housewares, cleaning gadgets, containers, stationery. But this trip was easier for me than the first store because the merchandise isn't one-of-a-kind stuff. It's mass produced, and I feel like most of it will pretty much be in stock in any one of their chain stores if I need it later. It was hard to resist buying the soy sauce dispenser and zodiac pendant. And I didn't walk away empty-handed. I walked away without any merchandise, but I left both stores with important insights about my triggers. I feel like this is a common trait among people with hoarding issues. If you agree, please let me know in the comments. I know there are a lot of negative impressions about people with hoarding issues, but those whom I've met have exhibited such a giving spirit. Because I feel like if I don't get it now, someone else might buy it, and then if I come back later, it will no longer be available and I will have missed out. And that makes me vulnerable to buying a second one for myself. Can any of you relate to this? Buying things that you think would be great gifts for other people, then not actually giving out those gifts? For me, I think this has happened for a number of reasons. I used to buy an intended gift before there was an occasion because the item seemed interesting or cool, or it was on sale. Or like I just mentioned, if it was a more unique item, I was afraid if I didn't get it right then and there, it wouldn't be available later. But then the gifts I bought pre-occasion would get lost or forgotten in my home. So when an actual birthday came up or an occasion when I wanted to express my thanks to someone, I ended up buying something else to give. And it's not just the hoarded gifts, but also the cool wrapping paper, gift bags, ribbon, and cute cards. I had these ideal notions of bringing others joy through these gifts, and ironically ended up depriving myself of joy due to the clutter of it all. I came across these green tea soaps that I thought were really cute when I bought them. Each bar comes with a soap dish made of bamboo, and the soap is molded in the shape of bamboo. I bought at least a dozen of them thinking, oh, they'd be great little thank you gifts for future occasions. But over time, my hoarding and depression intensified. I became more and more isolated, and because I socialized less, there were fewer opportunities for me to give them as gifts, and honestly, they had fallen off my radar. When I unearthed them again, I gave a few out and I started using them myself to get rid of them. Of course, it's hard for me to throw out each bamboo soap dish because they're kind of cool, but how many soap dishes can one person use? So these have been making their way to the kids' art studio. I'm down to this last one and I'm so freaking thrilled. I've never been so excited to use up a bar of soap. So there are ungiven gifts and there are also unused gifts received. Heather Reedy commented how she would keep nice gifts given to her by her boyfriend in their original packaging, and it would hurt his feelings because the thought behind gift giving is important to him. So proud of her for stepping up to the perfectionism challenge and setting up her record and Bluetooth player where there used to be a pile of junk. Her boyfriend was excited to see it set up, and now it's part of their after-school routine with their kid. I found this gift certificate for a massage from 2000. Seriously. I love massages. I rarely get them, but when I do, I love them. I can tell you why I didn't redeem the certificate at the time. This was for a home massage. 20 years ago, my perfectionism kept me from having people over if my condo wasn't in magazine photo shoot condition. Even if I had a little clutter out in the open, I didn't think my place was presentable enough to have someone come in and give me a relaxing massage. Cut to almost 20 years later, I never got my place perfect enough to let the masseuse in. And then too much time had passed. And then I felt like an idiot for never getting to enjoy this gift someone gave me. A nice, free massage from a masseuse who would have come to me. But I can't change what I did in the past. So there's no point in beating myself up over it. And there's no point in holding on to this piece of paper. In hindsight, I'd give just about anything to have my house now in what I thought was the unacceptable, cluttered condition of my condo back then. Realizing I have hoarding issues, trying to understand what's behind them, working to recover from them, all of it has really made me think about gift giving in general. It's such a nice concept, giving a gift to express appreciation, love, thanks. But if the item isn't something the recipient actually likes or can use, and the recipient has hoarding issues, it can become a burden, really. Like the little backpack my neighbor gave me. While I appreciate her thoughtfulness, it became one more thing for me to make a decision about. One more thing for me to worry about going in a landfill. I've got more than enough backlog of stuff I need to make decisions on. And for someone with hoarding issues, deciding what to do with stuff is very taxing. So whenever possible, I've been expressing my thanks to people by taking them out for a meal. Spend time together, laugh together, or I'll bake something for them. At least with food, nature will take care of the disposal. My mom did a really cool thing recently for her brother's birthday. A bunch of them had planned to go out for a birthday dinner, and my mom arranged a surprise for afterwards. She takes dance lessons for exercise, and after the birthday dinner, she told everyone they were going dancing. And she had her teacher meet them at the dance hall. People in the dinner party danced with each other or with the teacher, and everyone loved it. They say that experiences bring people more happiness than things, and this surprise dance party was a prime example. My mom could have given her brother a thing, like, a sweater, a watch? He's already got those things. But this dance party wasn't just fun for him. It was fun and memorable for everyone. Plus, my mom's always generous in helping people, and this was a paying gig for her dance teacher who has to supplement his teaching income by driving a cab. It was a win-win-win for everyone. When I go out of town, the cat sitter takes care of feeding my fur babies and changing the litter box. But a longtime friend of mine has been kind enough to stop by while I'm away just to give my cats some love. And I appreciate that so much. The other day I found out there's bingo at the nearby senior center every Wednesday. I loved playing bingo as a kid, probably because there's no decision making involved. Just see if you have the number and letter they call out. The staff at the center told me they just play for prizes like notebooks and toothpaste because they're seniors. I love people watching. So does my friend. And what's not to love about watching people get excited over winning a tube of toothpaste? So I emailed my friend, want to go play bingo at the senior center? And she replied back, yeah. I told her I'd like to take her to lunch beforehand, so that's our plan for Wednesday, and I can't wait. When it comes to gifts, my goals are to clear out those ungiven gifts I bought over the years, to use gifts given to me, or if gifts given to me aren't things I can use or that I really like, to let them go without guilt. As Marie Kondo says, the true purpose of a present is to be received, because gifts are a means for conveying someone's feelings for you. And finally, to go for experiences instead of things as gifts whenever possible.